Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome to the Banner Saga 2. We're gonna start a new game. And we're gonna import a save game. This is my playthrough. So I have played about
Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sundren known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberine, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dregs, assaulting another hopeless village.
Okay, so I didn't really expect killing the Bellower to do any difference because we saw that there's a darkness coming and that's why the Treads are fleeing. That's why they're doing all of that. They're not there to attack us. Move away from those glowing rocks. This one's mine. Well, you're getting your ass kicked. No, to depth with you. Oh, you get promoted. There I am! Alette to save the day. We'll handle the rest. Pull back. There we go. My thanks, stranger. Better to let him keep fighting. Okay, so this is how we start. Okay, these battles are the order of initiative. Yes. So all of that. Some heroes feel more talented than others is stuff that we already know because we've already played the first game. So strength attack will kill it. He's down. Each time you make a kill, you run on grass, which is data to improve your characters. We know all of that. Oh, but what's new is obstacles. So, without an enemy to reach, this enemy will choose to smash an obstacle in its way. Obstacles on the combat board will make you change tactics, so plan wisely to make them work to your benefit. Now it's Hakon's turn. He appears to be out of range, but he has willpower. So we can go here. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but Hakon has special ability gives him a unique advantage. The ability description appears in the tooltip below. Hakon's Sunring impact allows him to hit so hard that multiple adjacent tiles take damage in every hit. Powerful strike. When there's only one enemy left, we enter pillage mode. Your character does not move on his turn, you can rest. And we take the extra willpower to kill him. So this was just a tutorial battle, but we just played part 1, so we know how it goes. The ability's reaction range from terrified by the foes to awestruck at your arrival. The leader's approaches and bows in front of Ivan. Your timing makes me think the gods have returned. Please, He stops when Ivan nods his head towards you. The man peers under your hood. A girl leads those who saved us from those things? She ordered us to land, and those things are trash, like the ones you probably heard about as a kid. Between losing so many clansmen and this, I feel I'm not myself. I thank you, child. He whips his cloak back with a flourish. I'm Aleo, the Skald. In your name? Alette, and this is Ivor. Ah, names distant for history. Sounds like the brave poet is going to use in a few proper verses. I'll even make them rhyme, given the time. He smiles and... Oh, he has an instrument on his back. He smiles and genuine, as much as the concern that follows. Do you have any idea what might be causing the deep rumbling underfoot? Deep rumbling? Could that be the giant serpent again? Serpent in the sun? Radomir? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead goods feels wrong. I don't think the sun serpent would break mountains and try to swallow us all. Who could say with the sun stopped in the sky like it is? Alea looks skeptical. Tell me, did you just come from Bursgard? We heard rumor the Sand Rebeller was sacking the town. Let's not boast. Talking about Sandra will only make people panic. But if Balor is nearby, we all should know. Dredge have your people ready to fight, but Sandra attacks? It might scare that out of them. Perhaps. Aleo looks at Ivor. She's incredibly composed for someone so young. I think I see why you follow her. Ivor nudges you. What did I tell you? Funny. Anyway, we should all leave before the Dredge regroup. The Skull nods his understanding, but another question sees in his birth. Leave? Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have, it's our home. Your home is about to be destroyed by Dredge. After how many you just put down, even those creatures must know when they're beaten. We've almost never seen them stop, and no one knows why they push on so hard. We don't know much about them at all. Al looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our debt will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. You ought to later rejoin his family. He moves his hand too much when he talks. It's unsettling. You smile but say nothing. People are thinking we're heroes now. The world is breaking in more ways than one. It's not the first time you've been called a hero, Ingvar. Ivor, your father's closest friend, looks unamused. He's one of the giants known as Val, and has fought Dredge in Northern Winters, personally killed one of the generals, Sandra Race, and lost an arm to the Sandra Bellow. Your humor reminds me of your father's, since we're talking about things we'd rather avoid. The clansmen could use your strength in packing the ships. Fine, but they'll need your strength more than they'll ever need mine. He turns to leave, but stops. Just don't let whatever it is inside build up. It can crush you. Even if it did, it's not like it would change anything. The giant stares down at you for a long moment. Your father gave everything to get us this far. Don't waste that. Ivor's words begin to sink in. He places his large hand on your shoulder. Leading this group isn't easy, but Rook knew you could do it if you had to. And I'm telling you, you have to. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Yeah, so I've been thinking, I'll try not to go on the, help everybody road like I did before, just because I feel story-wise, she's seen what it did to her father, how they had bandits and problems, and how people starved to death because he was trying to help everybody, so I think she's gonna be much more careful in her decisions, and by she I mean I should make her Chapter 8, From the Homes Must All Flee. And I hope I'll remember. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked, even the old world dubbed Scrivener says. Since Bursgard our numbers have grown, people have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. Where can I find the merchants? Oh. No, I just say thanks even because I think there's a tutorial thing. Of course he says, oh, I almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Bursgard. Check with their leader, Bulwark, but be careful. He's not like other Val. This medallion gives you information about your caravan, including population, supplies, and a number of days that have passed. Yeah, we know that. Yes, there's a market. These are supplies, the merchants are available, give you 5 per renown, you need 8 supplies per day. Yeah, 225 supplies will last for 28 days. it up. Market does have items. Oh, we're gonna get to like level 10, but I can't really buy anything right now. Okay, rest and market and talk to these people. So, Oddleaf, how you doing? Oddleaf, friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop you saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do, what your father did. Well, not anymore, I just said that. You should listen to me. Those under his banner agreed because they follow you. Their tone is forceful and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Alette, they respected Rook and that respect is passed to you. But give them any reason to doubt you and it'll vanish. Yeah, in the first part she was the wife of the chieftain, but she didn't want to take on responsibility because she's a woman, and now she's like, well, Alette, you can do it. Alright, Ott, I get it. Do you? I hope so. Just realize some of us want you to succeed and others want to replace you. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe, but it takes time and I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. So our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight and how many look for food. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Odd. You turn to leave, but Oddleif stops. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easier for all of us to be stronger. Her words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. So she just kind of described a new mechanism in here where in the other one, clansmen couldn't do anything, but in this one, clansmen gather your food, and in the training tents that you'll have in cities, you can train them. Okay, and you remember him? We only met him very late on. The Val mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spell-Weaving Mentors Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Bursgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Val. Alette is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? And you're a bit big for your small role. The one looks wounded for a brief moment before readying an insult. This will help nothing. What we're discussing is private. Her looks at Bolverk says she's expecting to keep it private. Eva needs to heal with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hacken at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fernwelke. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang? His axes. The large axe heads are polished, the blade sharp, and the cheeks scarred from the blunt fuse. But it's the grey handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So you're leading this rebel now? Only to Eberron, then it's King Minof's job. Like he's got the answers or any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a Drudge. The pigtailed fighter laughs. What's your name? I'm Falca, Shieldman in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I heard there's a problem I should know about. The Val seems to grow taller and more wild as it takes a step towards you. Are you stopping to save every Fey and idiot along the river that gets all killed? Makes more sense to only stop the ship when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. Yeah, I will if they don't start pulling their own weight. Maybe you got a bit more sense than I thought. Yeah, thanks. Varric snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed card behind him. His beard cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. I feel like when I play games, I want to be part of the role in a bit. So for example, one thing that I did that wasn't like in the optimal way for the gameplay in the first one was that Alette asked not to be in fights against humans, so it took her out of it, even if it meant that we were less people than we should be to fight them. Because it was like Rook's decision, and he will not make her because he wants to keep her safe from that. But now she's kind of broken from what happened to him, from seeing him die, from believing that, she had the arrow, it would have been different because she asked to have the arrow. did eventually killed her father, so I think it makes sense to play her as a bit more hardened character who will not go out of her way to save everybody. The wooden planks of the valley stop creaks as you walk across them. Haakon, a very recently acknowledged as king of the Val, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? You seem to be handling it just fine. I'm not looking for praise, Haakon says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There's so few Val left. How do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a viking should be able to figure out. Let's sail. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villager finds seats on your rickety longship, built of scrap wood scavenged in Bosgard. The ravens find space around the large cart on their black sail vessel, or slowly move all the boats to the river's current. And off we go. I remember how I really enjoyed the scenes where the clans were walking, where the caravan was walking in the first game, so in this game, what you see is them riding on their boat, but they still have their banner just fluttering around. The complaints of a few are growing. What does she really know about us getting us to Aberrang safely? Smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father was something else, but her should be looking for a husband, not telling me what to do. Some laugh, others encourage her. Oddly looks at a group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. Leave now before I decide not to let you. Relax, girl, the Smith says. We're not the only ones with doubts about you, and if you ever threaten me again, you try your bow and aim. I've got too much going on to repeat myself. The men look angry, but now they're outnumbered. Disembark at the next turn in the river. Otliv looks impressed. I now get money for that. Okay, cool. Looks like being more of a badass will pay off. Alette looks ill. At least it's not the precursor, he whispers to himself. Oh, he sees you, as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Aberrang is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours rest in solid current. The hopeful looks from others sway you and signal for a ship to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Alette asks. The Valka, Juno, says the Menders there can protect us. Menders? The skull's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. 1 second. I think I have to end this video here, but since it's a short one, I'll probably make another one soon. See you!